Good morning and welcome to day 9 of living in a new house. As I mentioned yesterday, we're not going to get too much done today as I've got a wedding reception to go to. I woke up kind of late as well this morning, so we haven't got actually loads of time left, but I am very, very keen to still try and achieve small little improvements every single day. So I think we've got about an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark before I need to start shooting off. I need to head back up to my parents to pick up my suit to get myself suited and booted for this wedding reception. So I think what I'm going to do quickly this morning is use the time to, let's try and make the living room a little bit less more of a construction site because there's stuff everywhere, like the bits of packaging, the units we're not going to use, that kind of stuff can all be tucked away. I'm also going to run the fridge box back up to Zeta, so that can be gone as well. Now, interestingly, the fridge issue we were having, I've come down this morning and it's obviously gone into sleep mode just so we're not using up energy. But if I actually crack that open and then close it again, the E1 error seems to have cleared and the fridge also seems to be cooler now, which is a little bit odd. I mean, we'll try the super mode as well. If I hold that to unlock it and then we go mode fridge, and then we go mode, there we go. There's all the different modes. I seem to be able to select those now. So seems to me that the issue has been fixed. I'm going to keep an eye on it on Monday just to see if anything flags back up again, but seems to have fixed itself. So what I may do is actually bring up the repair people and just say, yeah, you don't need to come anymore, or I may actually still get them to come just to check it over, just to see if it's all right, just in case there is like a dodgy sensor that may go again in the future. I'm going to have to ring them back up. So we're going to cut to a time lapse of doing a bit of cleaning up in that room now, and then I probably won't speak to you until much later on tonight. There we go. I mean, I'm not going to claim it's a show home because it is still a work site at the moment with things going on, but there's so much extra room for activities. I've got a few bits around this corner that's got to go upstairs, clothing items and such, and I won't show you inside the kitchen because there's bits I've moved in there and I've made a mess of that again. We've just moved some parts around, but yeah, a lot more extra space to work in now, which is good, and feeling a lot better because at least we got something done today. So I'm going to go start getting myself suited and booted, head out to this wedding, and I'll probably catch up with you all a little bit later on today. got back from Abby and Reiki's wedding reception. Honestly, such a good time. It was great to sit and catch up with some of my ex-apprentice mates, see where they're going in life. Got some of them moving out to Denmark, people buying houses, rental units. It's all really exciting and good to catch up with them. Ceremony was honestly so much energy. I've had a really good time. But we're home now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself unsuited and booted and get back into some scrubs, and then we find a little bit of a job to do. Not quite sure what to do yet because it is a little bit late in the evening, but I've got tomorrow off work, so we've got some time this afternoon and we can work a bit later tonight to start on something. So make them back to you when we've got a bit of a plan of action. The job we're going to get on with tonight, because it is getting a little bit late already, is we're going to have a go at these drawers finally. I was considering going and having a look in the loft, but I think these drawers is what I want to go for. Primarily to upgrade my orange bin, because you can see it's not even big enough to fit a pizza box in. I need to work out this whole situation, because I think once I move that, the gap I'm going to be left with is not going to be big enough to fit even the slimmest of slimline bins in there, so we may have to rejig these countertops. But I don't fully know until I actually get the cabinet out, so we might as well get the cabinet out, might as well give it a go. Now, there is a few nuances to this with the plumbing pipe and that cabling running through there, so we may have a couple of challenges we just need to address. But at least we're going to have a look at it tonight, we're going to make a start. Not promising we're going to complete it, but best we can do is make a start. The challenge we have with this is that we have this plumbing pipe that runs through the side of that cabinet, through the side of that cabinet and out into there, which the plumbing pipe I'm not too concerned by because they're just push fit connectors which should come out easily. What we've also got though is this Sure Stop water switch box, which runs under there. Now this is the one I had to flick when we had the E4 error on the washing machine and we weren't getting enough water pressure. So looking at it, there's a couple of cables that run into the back of that, and then there's a couple of cables which run into this adapter down here, which doesn't seem to have any proper power going to it. So I don't think I need to switch the mains off to be able to do that. But what I am just going to do is just do some research quickly on what it is and how it's operating and how it's powered, just before I go sticking screwdrivers in anywhere that might end up blowing my fingers off, because yeah, not something I really want to be doing at this time of night. Just done some research, and what I didn't realise is that this switch here is actually the main stopcock, which is weird because I was expecting the main stopcock to be like a proper brass pipework thing. I thought this was just to do with the water pressure, hence the E4 issue we had in the washing machine, but turns out because that was off, we were getting no water supply at all, which was a little bit odd because it may have been like half on previously, I think, because I was still getting water out the pipes in the house, so but the switch was like midway between off and on, so it may have been like half restricting it. But apparently what they do is they install these in people's homes for easier access and generally for like elderly people, just to help in the case of an emergency, in case there's a water leak. They don't have to wrestle with a potentially seized stop valve that may be in a stupid location underneath the cabinet. So this is for ease of access. You can just come in and switch that and it turns the water supply off. Now, I suspect they've probably put this in this property because if you look up on the ceiling here, there's a couple of old water stains which obviously we're going to patch over and sort out. We might even do the boarding in this room. I haven't quite decided on that yet. But I suspect they probably installed this as a outcrop of that happening. Now, I've had a look online to do with how it works. Now the good thing is it doesn't use any electric, so I'm not going to electrocute myself. But what it does do is it takes some water off the mains pipe through this blue channeling, which looks like wire, but actually isn't wire. And it uses that as sort of like a counter pressure. So when water's pushing into it, it sort of seizes a diaphragm inside the pipe and stops it flowing with water. So to remove this, I think I need to actually turn the mains water supply off, which means I've got to have a go at this valve down here, which is going to be difficult to see. Given that they've probably installed that quite a long time ago, I suspect that's not going to have been rotated in quite a long time. Maybe a pain in the arse to actually get it turning. So we'll have a go at it tonight, just quickly, just to see if it does want to move. If it doesn't, this may become a much bigger problem than originally anticipated. But let's give it a go anyway. Okay, first of all, and I can almost guarantee this isn't going to work. Let's try give it this hold hand turn. Yep, that ain't going anywhere. So I brought with me a handy dandy ring spanner, and let's see if we can get it to wrap around here in a sensible way and potentially give us a little bit more leverage. Nope, I think I'm just going to end up snapping that. Okay, well, I'm going to have a quick go at it off camera now and just see if I can get it moving, but I think this is going to be a bust, and I don't think we're going any further with this one tonight. I didn't get it moving, so what I've done is I've highlighted it with a wire brush to try and knock some of the crud off the valve, and I've just absolutely flooded it with WD-40 and wrapped it up for the night, just in the hopes it may or may not get moving. I am getting pretty tired now, so we're probably going to call it wraps for the day. Not as obviously as much productive in terms of physically getting things done, but we've tidied up the living room. We've started looking at that drawer, which is good. But more importantly, we spent good times with friends and family, and went out and saw my friend Abby get married as well. So that was absolutely fantastic. It's been a lovely day. Tomorrow's Monday. I've got it booked off as holiday. I think I've already mentioned that. So we should have some good progress go on then. But I'll catch you on Monday for hopefully more house-related shenanigans.